F50, don't know how to help my son, M23, and I think he is being brainwashed. So my son doesn't really have any friends and he has never brought a girlfriend home either. I am also 100% sure that he is on the Asperger's spectrum, but I am just a bit worried about him. Growing up he never really used to socialize much, and although he had school friends, but he never used to hang around with them much outside school. As for girls, he never even used to speak about them, and at one stage I even thought that he was gay, until I found naked pictures of women on his phone. But he has been trying to put himself out there to meet people and make friends, get himself a girlfriend, but he just doesn't seem to have any luck. He would go out to bars, clubs on his own and try to meet people that way, but he just doesn't have much luck. About a few months ago, he left his laptop open, and as I went to switch it off he was on an online forum which was about incels. I had a look through this online forum that he was on and I was really shocked, especially how they view women. My son actually has never said anything bad about women, and I don't think he hates women. He has told me he's tried online dating but can just never get any matches. He does suffer with a lot of self-esteem issues, and he has told me a few times that he hates the way he looks. He's also been saving up looking to get plastic surgery done, and he's also been going to the gym daily because he wants to attract women. He actually doesn't know how good looking he is, and I've had girls his age who I work with ask me about him. He's tall, athletic, he's currently working towards an electrical engineering degree, and he's very smart. You can ask him about anything and he'll know all about that subject. He's like a damn robot when it comes to information. But after doing some research into incels, I am scared that my son might be being brainwashed by them. You should talk with him. Maybe he is going to need a psychologist. Have you told him that girls at your work ask about him? That would probably help his confidence. It would be a good idea also for him to make some male friends, but actual friends, not these idiots online that could be anyone. Joining community Facebook groups would be a good place to start. If he has male friends, they will help with his confidence and talking to girls. He can also go to bars with them. Why didn't you ever get him tested for ASD when he was younger? The internet can be a wild place for young people. It's easy to adopt harmful ideology because it's presented to us at a young age as a way to explain away the things we're feeling. There was actually a really interesting docuseries called Extremists Next Door that talked about kids being radicalized online. Unfortunately, with what is out there, it's not enough to just assume that your son won't develop hateful ideas about women or other groups just because you haven't actively taught him to think that way. Tell him what you saw and what your concerns are, and have an honest discussion with him about respecting women. If therapy is an option, help him sign up so that he can work through the negative feelings he has for himself as well as others. Try getting him into social settings. Jiu-jitsu would be a great start into that world to meet people, get into exercising. Don't worry. I'm sure his interactions will change his mind. Ha 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 ha. Dad? Is it you? Pleading face. This post described me, although I am not 23. Dance lessons. Tell him to pick up dance lessons. That way he will meet people. Going at bars alone will only meet drunk people or just for that night. OMG, this story is so fake. LMAO. Who actually believes this shit? Lol, the post on these subreddits are so troll. I'm 23 and only about halfway through this post did I realize it's not about me, haha. I thought my mom was on Reddit. Fortunately, I'm not an incel. This post is almost describing me. I am not incel though. Sounds like he doesn't have a male figure in his life. If he's 23, then forcing him into therapy is not an option. Seems like you need to give him space. This is his problem, not yours. Incels as in involuntary celibate? Sounds like he's possibly frustrated because he's still a virgin and is looking for people with whom he can identify. Oftentimes when young men stay virgins longer than their friends, they become disgruntled and angsty. They will sometimes lash out at girls, be it in private or public, believing they're the problem, not him. These things often pass on their own, especially if he finds someone. It might be good for someone in his situation to have an autism-focused therapist or psychologist, even a mentor with whom he can speak. Good luck. Why are you looking through your son's phone? And #X200B. Do you think habits like that make you a controlling mother? And #X200B. Something for you to think about. Take a look at the Dr. Nerdlove website. It's run by a male advice columnist who deals with a lot of these men who are having similar dating problems. There's a lot of actual actionable advice on the site about everything from personal grooming to gaining confidence. Good luck. It's in the first sentence. I am also 100% sure that he is on the Asperger's spectrum, but I am just a bit worried about him. Have you got him diagnosed as a child? You've had 23 years to sort out psychiatric help. YTF are you on relationship advice when the answer has been in front of you for years? He's me 2 years ago. You can't change that path unless you go to therapy, which requires a lot of self-esteem building, or life events unfolding. For me it was a combination of getting a job I was proud of and the loss of family members. His position isn't rare these days, and I've met a few others like him, and me. For a second I thought you were my mother. Aspie here. If he is, then I would be concerned too, because we fall for people and get dragged along sometimes. Get him therapy immediately. Please talk to him, and I hope you both seriously consider therapy. This incel shit can turn out to be really dangerous, and you both deserve better. Sending you love. As a former incel and/or MGTOW guy, I will suggest if you really think about send him up with one of your female co-workers that it may or may not help him. It really depends on him. That you make sure she's loyal and does not cheat on him. If she cheats on him, it will just push him farther in to be an incel. When the tenets are incels is that all women cheat, you can't trust a woman cause they only want to use a man for their money and on their job status. I would also suggest you find out if he's really is an incel or if he's a MGTOW. Was there a lot of searches relating that topic? Or just that one? Because as a younger person your son's age, I Google everything, every term, topic, subject that is new to me, that I am unfamiliar with, because I'm genuinely curious and I like trying to stay up to date and understanding of various viewpoints, agendas, even if they don't align with my own values. Just throwing out another perspective, because jumping to brainwashing is a bit far of a jump, but I understand as a fellow parent that you worry about your kids and only want what's best for them. See if he is open to seeing a licensed, physician and/or psychologist, MFT, etc., provider. He needs a diagnosis, if there is one, and, should he have any diagnosis that is on the autism spectrum, then his care plan will be specifically developed to suit his particular needs. One thing I'm worried about is that it's his self-depreciation that's causing the girls to not stay around. No matter how hot a guy is, if he starts ranting that he's not hot enough and that I'm probably forcing myself to stay out of pity. Yes, I have had men tell me this before, it's an absolute turn-off and I would not be looking for a second date. Also take a look at what kind of pictures he's put on his dating profile. I find some men take really odd creepy angles when they look 1,000 times better in person. Incels don't often say things out loud, but they do say them online. Regardless, he is being exposed to a black hole mentality that is hard to escape. Please try to get him in therapy, this is concerning. You do not get fully out of it. I have seen too many times women have screwed over men by accusing men of things that they not do or just use them, but it does help to remember not all women will use men or cheat on them and that men can hurt women also. It also helped me to know we are human and we all are capable of great good or great bad. It also helped to know that I can protect myself from getting used or cheated on by getting a great girl and also praying most of my money that I don't use into cryptocurrency that cannot be touched by the government. How many women have you dated? Set him up with one of the girls who's asked about him. Pick a weird one, it'll work or better. Your son's probably spanking his monkey too much. Tell him that porn isn't reality, it's so easily accessible nowadays. It completely ruins the image of relationships. Sounds like HEA got a shut personality and thinks it's his looks. I would hope he can't attract any women at this point. Incels are scary people. Even if he is brainwashed, he is one of them, probably thinks like them as well. And any relationship he could potentially have would be dangerous and toxic for the other party. Don't let him see anyone till he gets proper therapy and is sound of mind. Ha 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 ha. Try telling him to work on his personality and take more showers. All of these people commenting are idiots. Therapy? Fucking stupid. The fact you are posting about this tells me you're probably the problem. I bet he doesn't have a father. He needs to join the Marines and go earn some self-worth. Fuck you.